Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today, and this just came out not too long ago, a few hours ago. Actually, probably longer than that. 18 hours ago. That's like a few, kind of. Anyway, this is the Invincible versus studio reveal and behind the scenes. Shouts to Baba. Let me know that there's actually some exclusive footage in here and stuff. And of course, they're going to talk about the game. And it's from people that worked on Killer Instinct, which is awesome because Killer Instinct is very good. And so, yeah, it has a goddamn chance of being great. So let's get to it. Let's go. I thought it looked really good personally. I know some people are like, eh. You know, some people made comparisons to that Power Rangers fighting game, Battle for the Grid. I'm pretty sure it's. I just start speaking of alien language here. Which I really like that game. So whatever. I thought that was a fun arcadey like fighting game. So what the fuck? Anyway, I'm just happy there's an Invincible game that's not some garbage shit. Anyway, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. To be fair, there was that visual novel one that I heard was alright. Bad enough.
I trusted you.
Ready to bleed?
Invincible is
That was a pre-alpha
for a
footage.
fighting game, in my opinion.
Let's do
I agree.
this.
Like, damn, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
These guys were able to execute lightning in a bottle in a way that I've never
Hey,
seen
there
in
he
the industry
is.
before.
Alright.
I love the shit.
I heard he
So
had
good.
like a big. He was a big part of it. In some way. Wait, was that a. Oh, I'll go back.
Shit, it's so good.
I didn't rewatch the trailer again. No, okay.
I can't wait for the fans to play this game.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I'm...
Invincible versus. What?
I love you, Eve. You make me hurt you. I'm not holding back.
Okay. Oh, we
My
got a little
first
bit.
impressions of playing Invincible Versus was a huge moment for me.
Oh, yeah, it's what's your name again? Walking
I've had
Dead boy.
A lot of,
Robert Kirkman,
like,
thank
really
you.
cool experiences. I've been
I
on
can't
sets
remember his
and
name.
watched my comics that turned into TV shows.
Yeah.
But to see the characters of Invincible in a fighting game, I don't know, it was so magical and so exciting.
I don't know. This is looking kind of
cried.
fun. Wait, what's
It
that?
was so magical and so exciting. I cried.
Oh, you cried? Did you shit your pants?
I think one of the key elements to Invincible, be it the comic or the show, is the insane and absolutely brutal fights.
That one guy flying
It's
out.
kind of our
Whoa!
marquee thing, and we do these
So good.
absolutely epic battles that you experience.
Oh, she's
on
definitely
your
gonna be in
couch
it.
That
100%.
hopefully are blowing you away. But this game is really the first time that you can actually experience these and feel them as you're living them. And to be honest, some of the fights in the game can get kind of more intense than the things that we've been able to accomplish.
She
in the
looks
show,
like
which
she'll
is
be
really
a lot of
exciting.
fun to play as with the fucking
It's
whip
something that
hair.
dials up
I like
the
a good whip in a fighting game.
intensity of action, the intensity of violence,
Ivy.
the intensity of combat. And to me, one of the most impactful things in a fighting game is your first impression. And
DSP is fucking pissed right now. It's like, I should have been called. I have more career experience. Shut
that's
the
the
fuck
thing
up.
that my brain always
Bitch
goes
ass.
to. Like when you press buttons, when you do stuff, what is the response?
Yo, Violent Ken and Evil Ryan.
Oh my god, that assist is crazy. And yeah, watching a character, you know, a 3v3 tag fighter with so much gore, that's like the first thing that was like, wow, this is different.
Yeah,
this
that's
is something
true.
I've never seen before.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Has there been ever a 3v3 fighting game that has a bunch of violence like this? I never thought about it. Mortal Kombat, the closest they did was wait. No, Mortal Kombat never had tag, right? They had the different style switch ups and stuff. I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think. There must have been something else, right? I don't know.
Like most fighting games nowadays, you don't have the opportunity to create something completely new, right? Most of these fighting games that exist, they're very high in the iterative number of whatever their series is, and if you deviate from that too much, the fan base kind of revolts against you. They're like, dude, that's not my same game that I'm going to be liking. But in this opportunity we have, we can do whatever we want, right?
That's about right.
I think what the FGC is looking for kind of is similar to what other people are looking for. It's just like, give me something new. Give me something I haven't seen before. Especially people that are fans of Invincible, they're going to be like, oh wow, I've never seen it in this light.
using you.
Yeah.
I see it all now. Every single molecule.
She should be OP in this game.
I'm the narrative director on the project. That means that it's my responsibility to make sure that this game is a kick-ass story, that all the characters sort of like
I
shine
hope there is a
feel
story mode.
authentic to the Invincible
I
universe.
assume that means if they have a narrative, there's gonna be a story.
Before me, half-breed. Still as well to be on a full-blood Viltrumite.
There's a lot of
I always
fighting,
feared it. Great Griffin.
a lot of matchups that are really cool. It really works as a fighting game, but I think the coolest thing about it
That's
is that
the
there's a lot
actress
of
in there.
matchups that never really occurred
Oh!
in the comic or the television show.
Yo, I want to see
And
Cecil in there. Dude, his ult better be him screaming for Cecil. Cecil!
you actually get to see
Cecil,
those
help!
in a fighting game, which is really exciting to me.
Cecil drops a
Building this
bomb.
game, it was critical to be authentic to the IP. So when you take a character,
I hope
from
they
a show,
put all the
or
other
comics, and you examine their personality, like the
Justice
way that they
League
move,
guys
the
in
way
there.
they react to others. You look at what are the opportunities where I can translate that and really amplify it. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll break down scenes. We'll look at like, would they move like that? Does Mark have that ability? Would he do that thing? How would he respond to someone if they defeated one of his teammates?
Oliver's definitely
How would
gonna
he
be in it.
introduce himself to someone new that
He'll
he's never met
definitely be in
before?
it. There's
Or
a lot of
someone he's quite
characters.
familiar with.
There's a
Who
ton
you
of
think-
characters they could put in here. I really want fuck, what's his name? I was gonna make a joke and I forgot his name. What's his name? Oh my god. His friend. I wanted him in there and just get the fucking pulverized. I can't remember his name now.
Downright fucking evil.
He just,
Sorry for F-bomb.
he just does a bunch of superheroes and there's just one some random ass dude. He's like, hey Mark, what's going on? You just get fucking destroyed. It's immediately 2v3.
Is that I found it most challenging to the figuring out our
What's his
characters
friend's
and
name? I forgot. Sorry, they're showing a lot of gameplay.
One of the things that
I've only seen the trailer once, to be fair. I haven't rewatched it,
I
so
found it most challenging to the figuring out our characters and environments is how we
hey, look, it's the pose they're doing during what's his name's funeral.
make them feel unique. We do want the characters to have the same sort of body type, the same overall proportions, the same silhouette, but then at that point, when you get to that baseline, it's a question of how do I build upon it? How do I add those secondary, tertiary details from the rips in the clothes to the blood stains to the smaller details in the hair and the facial features? We want it to feel like Mark through and through, and that's exactly why it's
That would be
exciting,
cool, just seeing them like get more damaged and bloody throughout.
because it's a challenge.
Skybound is a really hands-on company, and it just adds a level of authenticity that I think is kind of unparalleled.
So we're still doing some polish on it, but that's probably gonna be one of the bigger ones that we do. We really wanted to stand out with.
That's amazing.
I got the Skybound, and I was catching up with Mike Willett, and I just said, what was the happiest time in your career? And he said, working on Killer Instinct, Double Helix Games, making a fighter with the most talented people we know.
God
I said, hey,
damn.
Patrick,
Dude, Killer Instinct was so underappreciated. It was so much fun. It was one of the most fun games on the Xbox One launch. I actually missed the Xbox One launch. That was such a fun time. I really enjoyed Rise, Dead Rising 3, Killer Instinct, Zoo Tycoon. I remember like there was like so many good games that day. I feel like we don't get launches like that anymore. We got, to be fair, we did get sorry, just reading there. Mario Kart for Switch too, but like I feel like even with PlayStation, we got Demon. I mean, no, the PlayStation 5 was pretty good. It's just been a little while, so
I want to start another studio.
And I've always said the Vito has maybe my favorite launch lineup of all time. So many
And
good
I want to
things.
work on combat, fighting games,
Yeah, that's-
things that we love, things that are part of like our DNA.
And he's like, that's my dream. That's what
Did
I
they
want
update Killer Instinct yet? Because they were doing like a big update soon, or maybe it already happened.
to do.
We decided to call the studio Quarter Up. It pays homage to an era that we came from, like the arcade era.
I like that.
But it's really a statement that says like we're here and we're up for the challenge. We got next.
Good title.
I've been working with Mike
Or
Willett,
good name,
REP.
whatever.
I just watched season 1 of Invincible because he had mentioned, maybe you should watch this. And I was like, the characters are there. They're amazing characters.
Of course,
They're
she's
characters that are
definitely
going to
gonna be
really
in it.
shine in a fight game.
Omni-Man's obviously, right?
So for us, that was a lot.
I can't wait until the Immortal was in it and he just fucking
A lot of the hard work is kind of
dies every
that part
5 fucking
is
seconds.
done already with the IP.
Someone
Now we just need to
assassinates
make
them
it.
as they
So
run
we
like
started
it.
reaching out to everybody. Essentially, when Mike Willett calls, I pick up the phone. You know, he's a guy that I love working with. I was aware of Invincible. I was like, oh my god, what don't they have? Kaiju, superheroes, monsters, an elephant man. I mean, it's just like throw a rock, you can hit something amazing. So
I guess they could add characters like that. There are so many characters they could add. He's definitely going to be in 100%. Considering how much people love
Dave and Mike reached out to me. I thought it was a pipe dream at first, but I'm like, oh really? They're like, is that a real thing? And I'm like, I am very much interested. Like, I am super down. Like, I'm in. Let's fucking go. And then that doubled when they told me the project Invincible has a fighting game, and I'm like, oh my god! Because
oh man, we're gonna have so much more animation in the actual show.
Those words in that sequence, like, I just started thinking of what we could do.
I like they showed that fight scene as if it was like, yeah, this is cool stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, I get it. It was stylized like that, so it looked like just frames, but it's also like.
Learning that all the same
we know why
folks
they
that
did it.
put together one of the most impossible games, now one of the most well-received fighting games of all time, is working on another fighting game. It's kind of like a dream come true.
Yeah,
the crew that put together Killer Instinct, that's now working on Invincible, is pretty much responsible for approaching
I want to play
fighting games with a
Killer
different
Instinct right now.
perspective, with something that wanted to give agency to players that were on defense and offense, to have you have a level of mind games beyond just what's going on in that one specific moment. They want you to think of what happened before and what happened after a lot. That's actually in this game too. In the 3v3 game, you sort of like can touch the opponent once, and they're toast.
Oh no,
it's just the Kaputski for that
boy's
character.
legs is gone.
I really dig the fact that there's so much defense.
Oh no, girls' legs are gone. No, she's so
the
fine.
commitment to having a full 3v3 tag fighter from, you know, a developer
I love that
you
could blow them up, and then another guy just shows up. I hope what happens when Omni-Man shows up. I hope like you already beat the enemy, whatever, and then he just runs through the body of like you kill them, and maybe there's like a little bit of their body left. He just goes and just runs through them. I'm here now.
I hope there's going to be a whole bunch of new concepts and things we haven't seen.
You win.
The process of
that's cool. Actually, I want to see the you win screen. Pretty good. Lost again. Okay. This is Marvel Tokon.
It's been fun, but it wasn't just getting
good
a
time
bunch
for
of all the old
licensed
heads back
fighting
together
games.
again. It's finding new blood, people that either tied to the FGC or hyper talented and really passionate about their work and what they do and about the IP.
Fan art is actually how I got this gig. As an artist, I'm always gravitate towards characters that I find interesting.
Yeah.
My relationship with Invincible was pretty much love at first sight, both in terms of the characters, but also just the animated
Season 3 was
sequences,
very good.
storytelling, the world.
Where the
everything
boys
just
is
felt
faltering, Invincible's actually getting better now.
unique.
Again,
And
well, it was great, and then when good, then great again in my eyes. At least.
one of the things
I know
I'm
some
most
people didn't care for 3, but I thought 3 was really good.
excited about this
Really
role
damn good.
is the opportunity to take these established characters
I don't wanna
that
play
you've
this
seen
right
in
now.
the comic and you've seen in the show and find a way to make them
Even though she
feel
might be fun. It's weird that they brought him as like one of the main.
like an
Not that he's a
inherent
bad
part
character, it's just
of
like-
the game that we're creating without
You think
jeopardizing
like Alan would be first or something, you know what I mean? And
the-
I guess her too, but I guess I could see why they want the Viltrumite lady. I forgot her name. Because she got the hair thing. I mean, his powers are cool, I guess. So whatever.
I've been a fan of Invincible since I was,
Born.
young. Like, not that I'm old now, but I've been a fan of Invincible forever. And I've
When
been
did Invincible
reading these
come out?
comics like since the beginning, and I just know
That was like
the
early
back of my
2010s or
hand.
something like that. it
And
came
so
out.
there's all these like little tidbits and things that I'll pick up on.
Was it like
that
early 2000s?
You might not even ever think about. And so a lot of times people are coming to me with questions like, where Mark can
Think,
bleed
Mark.
from, like, does Mark bruise? How much blood can we have?
Where are you gonna
Like,
bleed
where
from?
is that blood
Watch
coming
one
from? It's
second of the
usually
show,
orifices.
and you'll know it's
always the
everywhere.
orifices.
Mark,
It's the orifices.
action. Is that right? I don't know. Never got to do that before. I've done a lot of weird stuff, but not that. How I got involved with Invincible Versus is a pretty crazy story.
Mike here,
Gameplay in the background.
Dave, also with Dave, and we're going to be doing
Yeah,
an
a whole year
FGC
ago.
very first look with Rip.
So it's over a year ago.
Rip is in the house.
I got
And it
invited
was
over to
playable
Mike's
over a year
house.
ago,
Like,
right?
it wasn't like a studio.
Or I guess
something.
first look
So I
is
go over
not
to his house, I
playable.
knock on the door, he opens it up, I walk in, they have a TV set up there, and it just says Invincible on. I was like, oh, damn, we're doing Invincible. Have you seen it? Oh my god. I saw it super duper early. Like, you have to understand, it did not look anything like it looks now.
Okay.
So originally when I first played it,
What it look
there were
like?
two
Show it.
characters. It was just Mark and Eve, and it was supposed to be attack fighters, 3-on-3. And then I remember I went home and I came back for the next test, and I was like, you know, I had the shower thought where I was like,
Yeah,
you guys
I have
are
the same
KI
webcam.
guys. Why don't you guys bring some of KI
4K
into
logic.
attack fighters? Because that's
For
never
you.
been done. So then the next one I get a DM from Michael Lett, he's like, this could work. He's like, you should apply.
Here's a little blood. Which is
Hey, I
like
love that from Jim poster background.
so missing in all the team fighting games in general.
I'll take a sip of water when I goddamn feel like I need to take a sip of water. I don't need you directing me on when I take a sip of water.
Sorry, I have to move my monitors doing a maintenance thing. Oh, I just realized I'm fucking recording this at 720p. Whoops. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to watch it from here now. All right, turn it off. All right, we're good. Watch the rest over here.
I think this is just the biggest and best Invincible game that we've ever done. This is a huge fighting game that
ain't fucking hard.
There's a ton of really complex work being put into it to make it the biggest and best Invincible game ever.
So we're trying to put all of what we got into the game. Every dollar gets spent into making the game better.
Cool.
We love the world that's been created by Robert, Corey, and Ryan. And everyone understands the mission.
It's
Like
got
what
all
we're
the
trying
voice
to do.
actors, too.
Like, and just bringing their A game, bringing their talent, like every day. We want this to be a tournament quality game that's played for years and years to come. So the way that we look at it is it has to have compelling systems and gameplay and hype moments.
It looks like it's got that. It just
has
looks
to
really
have
fun.
art that is not just evocative of the IP, but will stand the test
So
of
it
time on
has,
its own.
like, real-time,
When the
like,
FGC gets their hands on the game, what I hope happens is they get
They
a
love
ton of
it.
excitement. They get to see familiar faces that they want to dig into. And critically, I hope they go, oh, I want to lab this game. I want to lab this game for hours. That would make me so happy. It's not just the hype and excitement from like
Learning
doing
the
big
game,
combos or the brutality, but for them to really want to dig into the systems that are there. Because I think that's what's going to keep them there for the long haul.
Oh, that was sick. That was sick.
I don't mean just satisfied or like, oh, that's great. It's like, no, it's got to be fantastic. It's got to blow people's socks off.
It's gotta be fantastic. Just fucking die! Like, oh, damn. Woo! Sick. Oh, there you go. I think she's dead. You got her. Okay, cool. Sick. I like that. Alright, a lot more gameplay. Look, it's looking great. It's looking like they're nailing what they want to do with it, which is great. Again, I'm not like the biggest fighting game guy out there, but I do really want to play more fighting games. I've been trying. I even started playing some Street Fighter 6 on Switch just to get into it again. Been playing the World Tour mode just to kind of learn it. I mean, to be fair, you have to play Chapter 1 with modern controls, which is really annoying. But I'm trying. Anyway, Invincible Versus is looking good. Shoutouts to Bobo for letting me know about this. I already saw my suggestions, but I didn't know if it was like anything really worth watching. But you let me know it was. So there you go, that's it. Yeah, a lot of gameplay, looks great. Killer Instinct is a lot of fun. I think it looks really, really good too. I know some people are like, it looks like a mobile game. I'm like, I don't know, it has a stylized look to it. I like it. I like the way it looks. You know, maybe it looks a little dated, but like just a lot of games that have been out for like a decade that still look great. So I don't even know what dated means anymore. I don't know. Like there's games out now that are quadruple A that don't look as good as shit from fucking 15 years ago. You know? Anyway. There you go, that's it. Bye.